Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video lecture we are going to cover our next Tryhackme room, that is vulnerabilities 101. So without wasting any of our time, let's get started. So in this room we are going to understand the flaws of an application and apply our researching skills. We don't need any specific kind of prerequisites for this room. So without taking any tension, let's get started. So cyber security and okay, let's complete it down. Okay. Introduction to vulnerabilities. I suggest every one of you to go through this theory part. The content. I suggest you stop this video at this point. Go through it because I have gone through it, but still I will go with you guys also. Okay. So I'm giving a brief description of it, whatever they have explained in it. So firstly, in this part, I'll explain what is a vulnerability. In your day-to-day life, you have listened all about it. This kind of vulnerability is found in that skill. So what the point is, what do you understand by vulnerability? It's nothing but vulnerability can be a weakness or a flaw in your design and vision. It is that part which can be exploited by the attackers to access, to hack, to exploit your system, your device, your content. That is vulnerabilities. So there are several types of vulnerabilities. So they have given a few kind of vulnerabilities, some main categories of it, and with a brief description. So firstly, there is operating system. Okay, so these types of vulnerabilities are found. Obviously, as the name suggests, these will be found in the operating system also, and they often result in privilege escalations. Okay. Another type is misconfiguration based. Okay. So these type of vulnerabilities stem from incorrectly as the name is misconfiguration, they will directly stem come from the misconfigured application services. For example, a website which is exposing the customer details. Okay. So let's come to the next type of vulnerability, that is weak or default credentials. Using a weak or default credentials, for example, like admin in like previous video, if you have watched my previous videos in other room, we were doing in the become a hacker room. We were doing of Tryhackme on that walkthrough. We were hacking a website. Okay, so in that website we can see that it's like admin is a very common user. Like you guys are using very common password. Many of people use like password 1 2 3 4 5 6 or 0 5 6 7 8 9 A B C D I love you and all stuff kind of these passwords, and they are very common passwords, and they are considered very weak and default, so they can be as counted as the vulnerabilities to our system. Next type is the application logic. So these vulnerabilities are a result of poorly designed poor application logic. For example, poorly implemented authentication mechanisms may result in attacker being able to impersonate as a user. Okay. And the last is the human factor. Human factor vulnerabilities is like when we leverage a human behavior like phishing, social engineering, and all stuff come under that factor. So let's directly move towards the questions. An attacker has been able to upgrade the permissions of the system account from user to administrator. What type of vulnerability is this? So in it, it's okay. So it is basically it's exploiting a system, changing the passwords. So it should be an operating system vulnerability because yeah. So next is you manage to bypass the login panel using cookies to authenticate. Okay, so we are bypassing login by using the cookies. So which type of vulnerability? So it will be an application logic vulnerability because your application Logic of that login page or login system, whatever you guys have made, is very poor logic or very incorrect logic, because of which anyone can bypass using them using the cookies. So, wait, it will be application function. And yes, that's the answer. So now we will, in the next part, we will see, we have we talked about what are vulnerabilities and what are the basic categories of it and types of the vulnerabilities. In the next part, we will see the scoring of vulnerabilities. How, by scoring them, and we guys can evaluate. It is a high risk vulnerability, low, medium, and all stuff. So you guys must have heard about the term CVSS. That is nothing but a common vulnerability scoring system. So on there are some rules and all stuff. They score and give the scores for every type of vulnerabilities. So this is the rating according to that. It's like for the rating none, score should be zero. There is some kind of formula and logic they use to calculate these scores, and they have set the specific score ranges, and according to that they give the ranges to the vulnerabilities. If your score is between 0 to 3.9, even 1 to 3.9, it is low, and if it is between 4 to 6.9, it is a medium vulnerability, and if it is 7 to it is between 7 to 8.9, then it is a high, and if it is between 9 to 10, then it is a critical vulnerability. There are some of the advantages and disadvantages of the CVSS, and I recommend every one of you to go through in detail about these, okay, about the CVSS and all these theories. But I'm just giving you a synopsis of it, whatever they have explained in that part. Okay, so other is vulnerability priority rating, VPR. Okay. So the VPR, they have explained about the VPR framework. It is just like CVSS. They use another kind of system to rate the vulnerabilities. So there are several kinds of rating systems. Majorly, we use CVSS, and they are all, every one of them have their own advantages and disadvantages. So let's move to the question: what year was the first iteration of CVSS published? So it was first 2005. So we guys can say, let's say 2005. Right. Next question is, if you wanted to assess the vulnerability based on the risk it poses to an organization, what framework do you use? So in that part, we guys will use the VPR system. For solving these questions, I highly recommend to go through these parts. Okay, if you wanted to use a framework, then I will use CVSS because it is free and open source. CVSS is the open source framework. Now let's use the vulnerability databases. On day-to-day basis, there are lots of kind of vulnerabilities that are detected. So we need a place, a combine where we can combine all our data, vulnerability knowledge. So there are several types of vulnerability databases. For example, NVD, National Vulnerability Database. If I'm not wrong, it is, I guess, maintained by the US government. And then other is ExploitDB. Okay, so these are the NVD did you must have seen must have heard about CVE. Like, these are the common vulnerabilities, exposures, and these are comes under NVD, National Vulnerability Databases. And its format is like CVE is firstly CVE, then year, then ID number, whatever ID number is given to that vulnerability, and other is the exploit DB. I will, if you guys want, I can make separate videos how to access it, analyze NVD and exploit DB databases. If you want, you guys can comment down in the video. Below the video, I will make a video and post it for you guys. So, using NVD, how many CVEs were published in 2021? Okay, so for this, let's go to the and who is the author of Exploit DB? So let's check this out. We don't know. Okay, wait a minute for my on my Wi-Fi it's not opening. Wait a minute, guys. Let me change my Wi-Fi first. So now I have changed my Wi-Fi. So let's get started again. NVD firstly will search for NVD. So in this question it is asking using NVD National Vulnerability Database how many CVEs were published in July 2025. So in July for that we will go to the advanced option and we will set the date ranges. Okay. So published date ranges I want to set for the year 2021 in the month of July from 1st to 31st. Okay. And here I will apply these changes and boom. So there were 1,585 CVEs were published at that time. And let's paste it here. Okay, wait a minute. For some reasons, it is showing wrong. Let's check again. So let's see, guys, what we have made, what kind of mistakes we guys have made. Okay, wait, check it again. MVD. So it was showing 1,585, but for some reasons, don't know, it answer is 154. But for some reasons, answer is not this. For some reasons, they have given answer as this. And for some reasons, guys, don't know why this is the answer. So we'll change the correct answer. So let's directly move towards the next question that who is the author of Exploit DB? So the author of Exploit DB, let's go here about Exploit DB. It's usually maintained by OffSec. So the author is OffSec. It was started by some other group. Its currently author is OffSec. So now an example of finding a vulnerability. So in this part they explained how to find a vulnerability and all stuff. I strongly recommend every one of you to go through it. So questions, what type of vulnerability did we use to find the name and version of application in this program? So in this program we have this Apache Tomcat. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, for this Apache Tomcat we are using the version disclosure vulnerability type and move to the next part. This is the final practical part. We have to retrieve the flag for it. Okay, let's go through it. Okay, vulnerability showcase. Okay, it's your first day. Let's continue with this. Okay, let's go through what is. Okay, we have it is kind of email inbox. We have gotten. We are viewing this. Okay, we have to test this IP address. So let me just copy it for further use. Move towards the next part. We have to gather information companies. Okay. Continue. Let's enter the IP here and run the nmap request. Starting nmapping. Okay, nmap is done. We have found one IP address date service. Application testing. This is version number. Okay. Let's search the exploit. And with this we have completed the exploit. And here we go. Exploit. And with this, guys, we have completed our next this tutorial also. So with this, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video with some next new topic about this. So with this, stay safe, stay healthy, and always remain curious about cyber.